On to race number 6 on the programme, and the 6th is a Class 3. We're up to the 1800 metres again, and headed by Jolly Gene. He went whoosh last time. Course and distance winner from the front, broke the track record. Green Energy, runner-up over the 1600 metres last time out. Rule Thee, course and distance winner 2 starts back. Best Reward is second up. Dynamic Eagle gets the blinkers back on. We've got Sangria as a distance winner over Happy Valley back in January, and Ty Smart goes back up in trip. Again, still looking for that first win.
Well, we know Jolly Gene will be leading based on his general performances, which are to find the front. But all season he hasn't been able to find the line following it. And then last start, he just blew them away in a very fast time. Can he follow it up again? I'm not sure. He'll lead. Green Energy, Land Grant might be close. Perfect to Play's speed map is hard to follow.
Here's Green Energy just doing some nice quiet work down the back straight. It was a good run from him when he ran behind Agree last start, and he's come on nicely since that particular run, and moving well here and just having a nice sort of solid workout. Dynamic Eagle, horse that we've sort of been tracking the whole time. He's had the 4 starts to date. They're going to put the blinkers back on him now, so even sectional for him, and stepping up to the 1800 metres also here for the first time, being by Guillotine. And Ty Smart, another very consistent horse who moves nicely enough here this morning as well. And Joe Murray stuck with him once again. He's still a 10-start maiden, but he's run some pretty good races.
Yeah, I said course record as well. It's class record, wasn't it? NASA's got the course record from
That's right, yeah, NASA ran down time. Well, yeah. But I'll tell you what, there's not a huge amount of difference between those 2 times. Let's have a look at it again. I mean,
it's unbelievable, wasn't it? It just kept going.
Rule Thee did the chasing. Now, Rule Thee, the start prior to this, Rule Thee sat in behind and turned the tables around on Jolly Gene. I think it was nearly 12 lengths. And he could not get anywhere near Jolly Gene. He just kept going, ran a class record, as you said. Ty Smart couldn't get anywhere near him either. Nothing got anywhere near him. So, I don't know, maybe, he had a bit of tiger balm or something on his hooves between runs. There was a month between runs, but he just stretched out beautifully there as opposed to what he'd done previously in the season. So it was a surprise. There was a little bit of money for him, but he was 20 to 1. Can he do it again, though?
That's the question. He hasn't been able to in the past.
No, that's true.
And it was a very hard run. As you say, it was the course record,
class record.
Yeah, right. I'm going to leave him out.
He just seemed to move more fluently than he had done in previous efforts.
He's up in weight as well,
so,
quite a bit.
I don't know, maybe he'd done a bit more swimming or something like that, but he was definitely more fluent in his action and just kept rolling.
All right, what about the rest of them? Green Energy, Ty Smart. He's come close, hasn't he, a couple of times, and Dynamic Eagle with the blinkers going back on.
I'm going to stick with Ty Smart because he's more consistent. I know he got beaten fair and square there by Jolly Gene, but he's been quite a consistent runner, and the 1800 is pretty good for him. Green Energy's been running well recently, so he's got to carry the weight, though. He's got barrier number 12. He's got 131 pounds. Ty Smart comes in with 115.
Yeah, he's close to a win. I like the endeavour of Green Energy. He's a good trier. He's had a few little setbacks himself, but I think from 12, it looks awkward, but they'll just roll forward. Probably just sit, maybe facing the breeze, but he's going well.
All right, Sangria's runner-up last time out. We can have a look at that effort. This is over the 1600 metres, so he gets up to the 1800 metres for the first time here. Yeah,
he won that race at Happy Valley and then ran a nice 4th when he stepped up in class behind Sharp Sailor, who's franked the form by winning again, and then he came to Sha Tin here and ran a good race behind Everest. He hasn't been able to frank the form, Everest, but Sangria himself is in good form.
Yeah, he's going nice enough. I've got him in on a minor line as well. I think the 1800 will suit, and Sha Tin, he's got plenty of time to wind up.
Yeah, he's got to lift a little bit, I think, if he's going to win in Class 3, but potentially could still do that.
All right, OK. Faithful Trinity. This is 1800 metres at Happy Valley. 5th with a bit of an excuse.
This was his second run for Richard Gibson. It's the best effort I've seen from him, Faithful Trinity. He closed off quite strongly in the race won by Sharp Sailor. You can just see him starting to work between horses here over the final stages. It was the best effort so far, encouraging, I would have thought, for Richard and all concerned. And I think, maybe if he can lift on that, he could pinch some minor money.
All right.
Yeah, I'd like to see him do it at Sha Tin first before I'll put him in.
OK, Jolly Jean's out then. Paul, who's in?
For me, I'm going to put Ty Smart. He's very consistent, and I think you'll get a good run for your money in this one. New Elegance. The 1800 will suit him. High Chaparral. He's by High Chaparral, so up to the 1800 looks ideal for him. He's not a bad price here at 15 and 5. Dynamic Eagle will stick with him because the 1800 metres is another one. Looks like he's suited. He's quite progressive. He's only had the 4 starts, and Sangria in there for 4. So in 12, 3, 7, 11, and you can play at exotics there. Ty Smart with a couple of the roughies there. New Elegance and Dynamic Eagle.
Well, the difference between Rule Thee and Jolly Jean 2-back was enormous, and then the following start it was enormous again, but the other way. So I'm going to follow the trend and go back to the first time and tip Rule Thee to beat Jolly Jean, because he was exceptional when he won 2 starts ago. Green Energy's very consistent. Ty Smart. I'm going to throw in that 10 Faithful Trinity into my trio, because he was a fairly decent horse in Italy before he won there. He only had 1 start in Italy and 2 in Germany, but I just like the way he found the line last start. I think he's coming to hand, and maybe one for the fridge. 4 banker, 1, 2, 10, 12.
All right, yeah, Rule the for me on top, and I have taken a set against Jolly Jean as well.